That said, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show.
Live from your streaming platform, this is The Night Show with IMSavageCreator. Live from your streaming platform, this is The Night Show with IMSavageCreator.
What up, people? We're just going to do a little quick stream tonight. Nothing too crazy. We'll probably just be doing. We'll go over a little bit of AEW. The Kenny Omega winning the championship, and then we'll go over the Bring Aiyuk's latest drama as well. And then we'll just go over those certain things, and that's pretty much it for the most part. So let's get right into it and get to down to what happened last night, AEW as well. All right, go ahead, pull it up for you guys. All right, so Kenny Omega went through a lot, you guys, a whole lot. He had something particularitis or whatever, which is a really bad infection. I believe in the kidneys or the lungs or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm not a doctor, so he had that, and he also was battling that, and then just having nagging injuries over the years, just wrestling for such a long time. And here we are. We have MJF, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega loses. I believe he doesn't get another title shot again. I think that's how it goes. Not too sure. But there is a stipulation to this as well.
Incredible! Bang! Another
Oh, there it is. There's one.
trigger! You gonna do it again? Oh no!
Oh, there's a second V trigger. How many think he's gonna do? Chat, you think he's gonna do a couple more, at least 5, or just gonna think he's gonna stop at 3? I mean at 2.
A second in quick succession.
He's tired. He's tired. Yeah, he's tired. These guys are exhausted,
MJF had this match won if Ospreay doesn't take
Get off me. He said, get off me. Get off me.
damn ring off his finger. It's none of Ospreay's business. Here comes
There you go. He's like, okay, I got this.
3 Excalibur.
I love the way he built it up. Got the crowd palm his hands, build up, took his time. The last one, trying to muscle up to get that last V trigger.
Omega.
Oh,
The third
there's the third one. That should do it, chat.
in a row. Perhaps the most
Well, one winged angel, right?
emphatic. Oh no! And now, whoa!
There it is. I mean, it's over with. I mean, 3 V triggers and 1 winged angel. It'd have been hilarious if he would have kicked out, though. People were like, okay, this is not real.
Angel.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations to Kenny Omega. And this is after the show. He did the speech as well. He addressed the crowd. I believe this was off the air as well.
My gosh. If anybody can be a champion, so easily, then heck, probably everyone would do it.
Okay.
But the truth is, none of this came easy. Who could have at any point kicked me out of my house and forced me to follow a different dream? But I always had the support, not just of my friends, not just of my family.
Yeah, I heard Tony Khan is a really good boss. Like I think is it Brian Cage or another wrestler was saying that Tony Khan pays for the airfare, the hotel, the wrestlers, and other accommodations as well. And Tony Khan is like treats his wrestlers just really, really well. And when the wrestlers get injured, he doesn't force them to come back. He lets them take their time when they're coming back.
But my inherited family, and that means each and every one of you. This belt just doesn't quite seem proper, but holding what it represents, that being AEW World Championship.
That is a beautiful belt, though. I'm more of a fan of the traditional belts than the belts like in WWE. I just don't like the way they look. I think TNA has some really cool looking belts too, especially the X Division title. But that new knockout title TNA made is pretty cool as well. The knockout TV title. So, but my whole point of this is that I just like the traditional looking wrestling belts because the other belts kind of look like a toy, like a plastic toy. And I guess maybe that's what they're going for as far as selling them, in the stores towards kids or what have you.
Now that means the world. It's the race. No matter how hard everything is, you finish the race.
All right, W. Kenny Omega, congratulations. Interesting to see this new his title reign and see what happens from there. Obviously, we know that his next major match is against Will Ospreay. It'd be interesting to see if his faction, was it Death Raiders, something like that. Correct me what is the right term. Moxley and those guys get involved. Or what transpire as well. How will Kenny Omega retain? Because he got a lot of members, man. But anyway, I'll be looking forward to that match, and hopefully, those two will just let's let those guys just have a great matchup, because they will put on a 5-star type match. All right, so Brandon Aiyuk is back at it again. This guy went from making $130 million. $130 million, right? And now he's making nothing. He can't seem he can't seem to get his story straight. 1 minute it was Kyle Shanahan, the next minute, but John Lynch was cool. He came and checked on him.
Fossabot said Cool Cat 182nd ad break now running. Thank you for your support.
And
Bleep
then
purple.
and then it was from there. Then it was Kyle. Then it was John Lynch treated me bad too. Then all of a sudden now it's John Lynch. But John Lynch was cool 2 weeks ago, right? And now it's John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. And then it went from there to saying that saying, he's going to go to the Commanders and trade him, but the whole time he needs to get reinstated in the NFL to even uh, play for the Commanders. Okay, so he's been trolling the whole time, saying, "Oh, I'm going out of here. I'm getting traded." Da, 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 da. But 49ers do own the license rights, I believe. But the NFL is the one that needs to reinstate him, not the 49ers, from what I believe. And then he goes on IG for some weird thing. And then he starts bad mouthing Jaden Daniels and how he's the little bro and he needs to listen to him. And something about his mama, Jaden Daniels' mom. And then I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, there wasn't too many teams that wanted him except for the Commanders. That was everybody was thinking. Even in those IG posts, he was saying that he was, going to the Commanders, and all this stuff. Even before he signed a contract with San Francisco, he, that was where he was rumored to go. And then he was wearing the Eagle jersey thing, if you don't remember, and all the other stuff. So, and then he signs the contract for $130 million, right? So he gets paid. It's what he wants. I do believe something is going on with Brandon Aiyuk. I don't know if it's CTE or a mental thing, but they said he's been like this ever since Arizona State. They just covered it up. So here's his new IG post. Now keep in mind also, Jaden Daniels came out, dropped the IG post and said, "Enjoy retirement, buddy." So obviously he's not fucking with him no more. Now today, here's a new IG that is out, and now he's still adding. He's still at Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, who is the quarterback for the Redskins, phenomenal player. But anyway, so he's still adding him. Let's see what he says, man. Brandon Aiyuk needs help.
He said, "I don't do that internet shit, bro. Hit my phone if you gotta talk to me, bro. You got my number." And I called nigga, he don't answer. Hit my phone, bro. It's important. It's the money on the line. He said, "I don't do that internet shit, bro. Hit my phone if you gotta talk to me, bro. You got my number." And I called.
I believe there's another clip too as well. And then he says he may not. He says he's going to stay retired. It's just every day there's something new. Is this the new one? Yeah, this is the new one.
Like BA and his social media antics. Well, shit. I gotta get paid somehow. Cause the employer holding me captive without pay. At least social media paying. I'll tell y'all what. I get a job back in the NFL, man.
Bro, why don't you just fucking go and reinstate in the NFL and just leave? Like, get money, go play somewhere else. Like, it's not that hard.
I'm still gonna be on my bullshit on social media. Like BA and his social media antics.
That's his new
Well,
thing.
shit.
So he's saying he's still gonna be doing this. I guess that's why he's saying, oh yeah, he also came out yesterday and said that he let the 49ers know that that he wasn't gonna play for them. He said the 49ers shut him down when he had an injury and they didn't want him to come back. And it just made no sense to me because why would you pay someone $130 million? He said that 49ers got mad. They didn't want him to rehab at any other facility or another facility. That's going to shut him down, what have you. That is also not true. A lot of players for the 49ers have rehabbed away from the facility. Nick Bosa and was one of them. One of the star guys. And this is usually what happens when you go to rehab away from the facility. You let the general manager and the coaches know, hey, I'm going to rehab in Miami, Florida. I'm just making this up. In Miami, Florida, and they would know where you're at. You just send them progress, for the facility, let them know what's going on with their rehabbing, and then eventually, if you're good enough to pass physical, to ask you that as well as reevaluate you. But that's so he's just coming out with all these different things, and it is making him look worse and worse. And now, today, he's saying social. Yeah, he said he was going to retire, and never play in the NFL again, which makes no sense because he could just go and get reinstated. And he also fired his agent as well, the same agent that got him $130 million. But he claims there was some contusion or something going on with him and his agent and John Lynch, since they had the same agent. But that wouldn't make much sense, because if that was the case and there was something bad like that happening, why would you get exactly the contract you want? And normally when an agent has two clients, and they're on the same team or what have you, normally that benefits the player, because they both have the same agent, what have you, But anyway, and now he's on social media saying he's not getting paid. He has to make his money some way. That's why he's doing the antics. Okay, fine, whatever, man. At this point, please, Brandon Aiyuk, delete or block, log off, suspend your social media, bro. You are hurting yourself for making millions of dollars. You're hurting. You're still to be in your prime, still young. You're a heck of a wide receiver. You remind me of Devontae Adams. That's how, to me, he reminds me of Devontae Adams. Maybe a little more physical than Devontae Adams, but he reminds me of him. The way he plays, the way his body frame is, and what have you. Phenomenal receiver. But this also, I think, looking back now in hindsight, just thinking about it, chat, goes back to Super Bowl, where he felt that Brock Purdy wasn't looking for him. He was open a lot. And I will say, to Brandon Aiyuk's defense, he's absolutely right. There were a lot of times on those plays that in the Super Bowl, Brandon was wide open and Brock Purdy didn't throw to him. So, in the Super Bowls, they always have this politics chat. Who wants to be the MVP, and I want to be the MVP and stuff like that. Same thing that happened and blew up in their face with Seattle, with Russell Wilson. They wanted Russell Wilson to be the MVP, even though Marshawn Lynch was the guy that brought them back, in the second half and got them all the way down the field, what have you. Not saying Russell Wilson, didn't, but we all know they got down to a 1 yard line. That whole drive was Marshawn Lynch pretty much, except for 1-2 passes, just dominating, running people over. And why would you not hand him the ball? Because, he was the person that they didn't want to be the MVP. He wasn't talking the press conference, I'm not here to get fined, blah, blah, blah. So looking back at the 49ers and Chiefs, that comparison, just pretty much, it's that they didn't want him to be the MVP, because truth be told, it was pretty much him and Christian McCaffrey's team that year. But anyway, as far as the star players, I just wanted to pop on here a little bit, go over those couple situations. If you want to watch the videos, long form videos, the edited version. You can go to my YouTube channel. If you want to see be more interactive, like me playing music and being able to go over a lot of different reactions, go to my Twitch. It's up the top right there at the very top center. Let me see if it's still there. Is it still there? But yeah, so it's IMSavageCreator. Let me go ahead and cut it off so you guys can see it real quick. All right, so there it is at the top of the screen. You see the rotations. IMSavageCreator on every social media platform. But if you go to my Kick and Twitch and join me live, because technically I'm live, I'm on live right now on Kick and Twitch. You won't have any restrictions. Sometimes the stream, if you ever see a short stream or whatever, it's just because TikTok is putting restrictions on it. YouTube has restrictions on it. We could just have a really good time, have good conversations, whether it be talking about wrestling, football, video games, or pop culture, whatever the case may be. Join me over on Twitch. Join me over on Kick. IMSavageCreator. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Y'all take care. Yes, sir.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.